Hi, good morning. First off, last video about the little garage, I cleared off my shelves and I redid them. That shouldn't have been a video. If you watched it and stuck through it, I thank you. But afterwards I watched it going, why did I do that? But you know, maybe there's one or two people who just need a little motivation to see that something so simple like just straightening up a little shelf section can be an honest day's work. So to make up for it today, I went and I bought 4 brand new casters. I have no extra. I needed 4, and I needed at least 2 of them to have locks, and I needed all 4 to be swivels, and I didn't have anything that met that. So the reason is we're tackling one I'm really excited for. This guy. We're going to redo this bench. Some of the things we're going to do, redistribute it so that the heavier items are on top, easier to, instead of picking up off the ground, and match it so that it's level with my drop down workbench I built. And maybe when I do that bench, I'll make it all level. That's an idea. I don't know. So, oh wait, I did. Those are level. We're on a roll. So let's just jump in and get started. And I don't know how this is going to work out, but I think it's going to be good. So let's go see. Okay, we're gonna empty it off, bring it out, get some measurements, and that's so first things first. Fast forward. Always a good time to clean up behind it. So how about you go grab a cup of coffee, go pee, whatever it is you do, and I will go ahead and clean up. 35, 34 and a quarter. So, but this will most likely get rolled out and used in conjunction with my drop down. So I think I'm gonna match them for height once we put the wheels on, the casters. Something I didn't get today was new hardware for the casters, some lag screws. So I'm gonna see what I have and we will use what we have. This is why it takes me 10 times longer to get things done. I went where I thought most of my lag bolts were, and I was right. And there was not enough of any one, but I combined them with all these other ones, and then I was like, well, I can sort this out. So hence now I have all my lag bolts in one location. I have enough to do them, but most of them are overkill. I have a few that are, so then I started and I found a few other miscellaneous. Then I found these wood screws that I don't remember where they came from. And with a washer, they would just be perfect size-wise. And with 4 of them coming up underneath this thing, I think it'd be all we need. In addition to that, I can always go bigger and go to lag bolts after, but I think for now we're gonna do that. So then I sorted things that can go into wood and bolts that can't go into wood. It's just one step. Lag bolts, I don't feel I need to size them out just yet. I don't have that many. This was my van build kit that I would, it had things specific to building out van interiors. So I found some in there and I realized that I can split this up into other things now because I'm not building a van. And then the one we did a few weeks ago with all the beautiful washers and the Robertson screws, I can grab the perfect washer for this. And so that's why we're at where we're at now. So I'm gonna finish putting the hardware together, get this up on the bench where I just put all the tools, and move those off so we can work on it safely, easily on its side, and then we'll see where that takes us. This is fun. I cut the first one without you because I wanted to see if I could do it safely. I don't want to disassemble anything, so the chop saw is out of the question. Want it fairly straight. So what I did is took my old circular saw. First thing was to make sure, and it was actually off quite a bit, that the blade was square to the plate, because It's been bounced around. I haven't used it lately, and I don't think I check it every time. I know I don't check it every time, but for something like this, I have to do multiple cuts. I couldn't cut from this side because this is in the way, so I had to do 3 cuts to get through it. So it was not an ideal setup. So let's see if we can get through the rest of it together. I'm going to turn the volume down. So if you're like me, I sit in the living room at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and watch some YouTube videos. And I'll be watching a creator, and all of a sudden they turn on a grinder and the volume goes, and I go, oh crap, because I have it up so I can hear them because I'm half deaf. And I have to quick turn it down so not everybody in the house hears it. Anyway, I'm rambling. So let's make some cuts. Trust my calibrated eyes, though. I'm gonna bring that over there a little more. Okay.
Oh,
thank
you. I'm not sure
you.
if you're filming.
That's fine. When you get brought a smoothie from your daughter while you're filming, that's a good kid. Okay, not a kid anymore, but. It's not coffee. It's good for me then. Yeah, see right here is where we're hitting. So I have to go at this angle. I don't like to. So we're gonna slightly cheat it. Not bad. That took a while. I'll do the other 2. You can go get another cup of coffee. I didn't think anybody needed to see me cut 4 legs off, but I want to discuss the mindset behind what I'm doing, if you think there might be one. When I put these on here, obviously it's going to have a little less stability, even when they're locked, than it did on 4 solid posts. So part of me wants to run, now that I've already cut it, a 2x4 across and bring these out a little bit, giving it a little more stability. Does it need it? I don't think so. Would it be, and if I had planned ahead, now well, we're out of 2x4. If I had planned ahead, we probably would just do it because, but again, I just want to share the process. So I'm going to mount them on here, and then I'll turn it over, I'll play with it, see if I feel it's going to be a safe, I don't do a lot of big processes on it, and I can make my final decision, flip it over, cut them off, add them later, and see, that's what I do. Hot dog. I think that's gonna work. And look, I used the Beast. Way too heavy. I believe transparency in this kind of videos is important. And I want you to notice that it lines up real well right there. And down here, not so much. So I got my level out, and it turns out when I put this in, or it's twisted since, I don't know. No, I couldn't, the legs are the same. This is not level. It's not a lot off, but enough to where when you put something up against it, you sure notice it. And I don't like the casters. It holds, but I feel like it, yeah. So I have to go get some lumber and decide if I'm gonna I'm gonna see if it's level in the back. I didn't check that, and then we'll go from there on. But we're gonna make some corrections because I'm not thrilled with the outcome yet. There, it's perfect. Okay, quick update. It's off here, 1/4 inch. Back there, perfect. And this way, pretty perfect. So I just need to adjust one of the front legs that I put on. I never noticed it after I built it, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna widen the stance of this, which is gonna give me another idea. But anyway, we're gonna do that next, and we'll come back. I figured out what part of the problem was. It's me. I got this cut down. It's level, front to back, side to side. I was like, now we need to recheck our measurement so we can make a match, right? They don't measure the same. Like, there's a 1/4 inch difference. I'm like, well, how can that be if it's level? And then I realized it's the floor that was poured in 1941 isn't level. Not much I can do about it. If I want the tabletop to be level, it can't be the same distance to the floor here and here. So I have 34 1/4 and 34. So we're shooting now for a total height on this table to be 34 1/8. Then we'll split the difference. Hey, baby girl. And we have 3 3/4 for the wheel. I found this board in the basement, and it's 1 5/8. So we're going to subtract that from our height, cut up the legs again after we take the wheels off, reassemble the whole thing, and we'll be back in business. Playing catch up here. I cut these. That's going to give it a little wider stance. Just give it a little more stability when I mount them out further. Like outriggers on a canoe. I got pulled away for a little bit, so I'm going to show you. I went ahead and secured it using one nice long lag bolt because I had all those old ones I just found. I'm going to get some shorter screws now because remember we were doing these. Mount them on here. I measured from the tabletop, bench top, right to here to make sure that all 4 corners, so that way when I flip it over, we shouldn't have any wobble. We shouldn't have any wobble. So I think we're looking good. Let me fish out some better screws so it won't go poking through the other side. And we'll be back on track to where we were, well, in my world, hours ago. No, an hour ago. I had to stop though, so it's not all my fault. It's my fault. I could just edit out all the stuff that I did wrong earlier, and somebody would come along and go, wow, that was easy, but you know, I like to share my mistakes because maybe there's a young up-and-coming homeowner who wants to make their own mistakes. So do that. We're level. I mean, within that 1/8 inch tolerance, I could probably plane it down and get it even next, but now I can, if there's a big tool, I can slide it on, move this out of the way, you know. My back is pretty in sad shape, so this anything to help. Now I got to do some testing to see if it's going to fit, you know, up against there with the stuff on it. How I'm going to put the stuff on it and clean up. So we're not there yet, but we almost are there yet. So what did we get done today? Because visually, if you were to walk into my little garage here, you wouldn't see a difference. Not at first glance. But, well, one, we got the drop-down table level. I never knew it was not level. I made the legs the same length. It was close enough that I didn't notice it. And now maybe my pencils will stay on it when I, or my drill bits. Who knows? We got this portable now. Huge difference. I can pull it out, and if I want to do some quick cuts on my miter saw, I can pull it out, set it up, do it, and put it back without having to get on the ground, pick it up, drop the table down. Sometimes you just need a quick cut. And I don't have to pick this off the floor anymore. Well, unless I drop it. Rearranged it, so let me show you. I have a very light, yeah, there you can see it. That little Delta benchtop table saw is super light. I can grab it from down low, put it up where I need it, and do my job. And the shop got a good cleaning, and more of my hardware got sorted. So, again, my wife would walk in and go, "What'd you do today?" Well, she doesn't say that to me, but she could. And it doesn't look any different. But to you and I, we know. The spreading out, in the beginning I said maybe I should have just went that way. But anyway, it's a lot more stable now. Like, it's really stable. So when I'm rolling it around with this thing on top, I'm not worried about it. That was my big concern, potentially tipping. That's gone. So I hope you got something out of this you can use. And if you did, let me know. If you didn't, sorry. At least we got to hang out, right? So I'm going to go eat lunch, and then I'm going to come give the garage a good blow down with the leaf blower. I want to get a nice cleanup because I feel pretty accomplished today. And we'll see you next week. Thanks.